have already discussed. Once you recall what we have discussed in the previous class, what is meant by specific heat? Specific heat is nothing but the amount of heat, required to rise 1 degree Celsius of 1 gram or 1 unit of any substance. That is called specific heat. See, very important. Once you recall what is specific heat, the amount of heat required to rise 1 degree Celsius of 1 unit or 1 gram mass of any substance, that is called specific heat. See, we already learned the similar definition for calorie, but in that calorie is nothing but that is only about water, but this is regarding any substance, that is called specific heat. Just recall the units for specific heat. Then from the equation of heat we have derived the formula for specific heat. So Q is nothing but heat. Q is equal to MS delta T. Then from this we can separate specific heat Q by M delta T. Okay, this is the specific heat formula. Then what are the terms in the specific heat equation? S means specific heat, Q means heat, M means mass of the substance, delta T means change in temperature. Delta means change, which indicates change, T means temperature. Clear? Then what are the units of specific heat? Very important. Then SI unit of specific heat. SI unit of specific heat. What are the SI unit of specific heat? SI unit. SI unit of heat, that is joule. SI unit of heat, that is joule. SI unit of mass, that is kg. SI unit of temperature, Kelvin, degrees Kelvin. If you want higher values, we can write it as kilojoule by kg into Kelvin. We can also write this type. Then next one, CGS unit of specific heat. CGS unit, that means express the values, express the units in terms of formula Q. CGS unit of heat, that is calorie. CGS unit of heat is calorie. CGS unit of mass is gram. CGS unit of temperature, that is degrees Celsius. So calorie per gram per degrees Celsius. We can also write higher values, kilocalorie by kg in degrees Celsius. These are the units of specific heat. Then we already know that 1 calorie equal to 4.186 joules. Then 1 kilocalorie, 1 kilocalorie per kg, that is degree Celsius, that is equal to how many joules? That means here we have taken in kilograms. Then convert them into kilogram. That is 4.186 into 10 power 3. How many zeros are there? 1000 per 1000. How many zeros are there? 3 zeros. Then simply we have taken 10 power 3. Then calorie equal to joules means we can express this in joules. Joules per kg Kelvin. See, very important bit it is. Here, this is about the specific heat. Then, what is the importance of specific heat in our daily life? What is the importance of specific heat in our daily life? Let me explain the importance of specific heat. By knowing the specific heat, what we have known? That is, see here, for example, if specific heat is high for a particular substance, the specific heat is high for a particular substance. For example, copper. Copper specific heat value is 0.095 calorie per gram degrees Celsius. Then the specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram per degrees Celsius. Then which one is higher specific heat value? Water is having higher specific heat value. Copper is having 0.095. That means this indicates if the higher specific if any substance that is having higher specific heat value, that will not accept any change easily. That will not accept any change. That means, for example, water is at 37 degrees Celsius. If you want to rise it to 38 degrees Celsius, difference is 1 degree Celsius. If you want to rise 1 degree Celsius of change, but it will not easily rise or fall its temperature. Clear? If the specific is high, means it requires more amount of heat. It requires more amount of heat to rise or to fall its actual temperature. Clear? If the specific heat is high, means they requires more amount of heat to rise or fall its temperature. If specific heat is low, means it requires less amount of heat to rise or fall. For that purpose, copper is used as bottom of the kitchenware utensils. Have you seen your kitchenware? In some kitchenware, at the bottom of the vessel, you can observe some copper coating is there. Why they are using copper coating? Why? Because copper specific heat is 0.095 calories. That is very less when compared with the aluminium or steel vessels. That means they receives more amount of heat within less duration of time. That gains heat energy within less duration of time. That means we have to supply less amount of heat to rise its temperature. Clear? If specific heat is high, means they requires high amount of heat. That means to rise or to fall, we have to supply more amount of heat. If the specific heat is low, means you can observe rise or fall within supply of less amount of heat. That is the difference of specific heat. That is the importance of specific heat. Then what is internal energy? Why it is different for different materials? Specific heat is always different for different materials. Specific heat is different for different materials. Why this difference takes place? Let me explain. That is because of internal energy. Very, very important question. Internal energy. What is internal energy? What is internal energy? See, we already know that any body, its temperature, its temperature is directly proportional to its kinetic energy, average kinetic energy. Clear? Then if a body, its temperature is directly proportional to its kinetic energy. That means as the heat increases, its kinetic energy also increases, which was we have already discussed in the previous classes. Then before that, see, any system, any object, any body, the system contains a group of molecules. For example, this is the dust that contains a group of molecules. The chalkpiece, it is having a group of molecules. Like that, any substance, for example, water. Water is composed with a group of molecules. Water is a system which is having molecules. In between these molecules, they have different kinds of energies. What are such energies? Let me explain. Different kinds of energies which was present in between the molecules of a system. What are that energies? Let me explain the rotational kinetic energy, vibrational kinetic energy, linear kinetic energy, and potential energy. Clear? Any system that is having molecules, in between the molecule there exists some kind of energy. What are the types of energy? Rotational kinetic energy, vibrational kinetic energy, linear kinetic energy, potential energy. Rotational energy means one molecule is rotating around the another molecule. Vibrational energy means one molecule is oscillating between the two molecules. From a fixed position, a molecule is oscillate. a molecule is oscillates between the another molecule, that is called vibrational. Then linear means straight. Linear is nothing but one molecule is in the linear position to another one. Then potential means by place. The energy acquired by the place of the molecule, that is called potential energy. See, all the molecules of a system contains some kind of energies. What are they? Rotational kinetic energy, vibrational kinetic energy, linear kinetic energy, and potential kinetic energy. All these energies are called internal energy. All these energies are called internal energy. Internal energy. See, what is internal energy? The energy present inside the system of the molecule, the energy present in between the molecules of a system, that are rotational kinetic energy, vibrational energy, linear kinetic energy, potential energy, are all called as internal energy. Clear? Then now we have a clear idea about internal energy. Every system is having these kinds of energies. Then, if we supply heat to a system, if we supply heat to the system, what happened to the system? The supplied heat is utilized. The supplied energy is shared between these kinds of energies. That means we have supplying heat energy, that the energy is converting into rotational energy. In itself, the rotational energy is again converting into vibrational, vibration to linear, linear to potential, potential to rotational, potential to vibrational, like that. That means sharing of energy takes place. If sharing of energies takes place, if sharing is more, that means specific heat also more. See, for example, we have discussed now water has higher specific heat, that is 1. That means they require, they attains, they receives more amount of heat, and the share between the received energy is shared between these internal energies. If specific heat is low, means the sharing is low. If the specific heat is low, means the sharing of heat energy is low. Clear? The sharing of heat is low means specific heat is also no. The sharing is more means specific heat is also more. That means why the temperature difference does not take place. We have already done an activity in 9th class. See, after removing water, after boiling water, at very fast the water is at 37 degrees Celsius. Then by keeping thermometer, observe the temperature of the thermometer when we are continuously supplying the heat. See, by supplying the heat, water rises its temperature from 37 to 38, 39, 40, 41, 50 up to 100 degrees Celsius. But after 100 degrees Celsius, there is no rise in the temperature. Why? Why means the supplied energy is utilized for conversion, that is sharing of internal energy. That is the reason behind the specific heat. If the specific heat is high, means the sharing of internal energy is also more. If specific heat is low, means the internal energy is very less. Okay, by knowing the specific heat formula, we can derive different terms. That is, specific heat is equal to Q by M delta T. By knowing the one value, if you know the Q value, you can derive the specific heat from the given formula. Okay, then these are about the specific heat and its importance, how the specific heat varies from one substance to another substance. Here, then now we have an idea regarding the specific